Hello, Lou.
Hey, Tren.
We're the tarot dealers.
We are
If you hadn't
tarot
guessed,
dealers.
if you
Yeah.
hadn't guessed, we're the
We've
tarot
been
dealers.
doing this for a little while now. We've got a little bit of knowledge between
Yes,
us, you could say.
yes, we've been doing it for longer than we care to say sometimes.
Yeah. We do love it though.
Oh,
We just
yes.
love sharing. So
Yeah,
if you can share, like,
yes.
subscribe, do all the things, we would really,
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Tell
And
all your friends.
yeah, yeah. And like we truly appreciate you guys
Yes,
listening, following, liking, all the things.
yes,
It
we
means
do.
the absolute world to us.
Yes,
We're just two old ducks, really,
we are
with our tarot
with the
card,
tarot card.
loving what we do.
Exactly.
We've got all
So,
kinds of things and all kinds of offerings. So you
yes.
can check out my website,
Yes.
www.luluFletcher.com.au. There's free content, there's paid content, there's all kinds of content. Go and check out the content. And then, of course,
Mm.
Tren has her tarot and
And tapping.
tapping. And we both teach into this
We do.
space as
We
well.
yeah,
So
we do both do have our courses and workshops
yeah,
and
so
things,
if there's
don't we?
something that you're wanting
Yeah,
to learn or know about,
let
reach
us
out to the
know.
tarot dealers because we'd
Yes,
definitely be loving to
yes,
jump into that space.
yeah.
And we also both worked from, for
Yeah,
want of a
work from. Yes,
better
yes,
phrase,
yeah.
out at Elemental Connection, which is down at Capella Bar, if you happen to be in our little
Here
area.
in Queensland and down in the Bayside area.
Down in the Bayside, down there,
Yeah.
along with many other spaces that
Oh,
we
yes.
find
Oh,
ourselves
yes.
in, like, the Tarot Guild of Australia.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
something that I do in there. So I'm the Queensland event coordinator for the Tarot Guild of Australia. So that's on the
Yes.
third Saturday afternoon of every
Of
month
every
from
month
4 to 6. And yeah, we learn all different kinds of
we
things.
do.
So if you have some knowledge that you want to
Yeah.
share that you can tie in the tarot, and the tarot is the main thing, and you'd like to present or
Yeah.
facilitate, reach out because we
Yes.
love to share that space.
Always looking for different
Always
different
looking for different
ideas, different
presenters and
people. Yeah.
ideas. Absolutely, we are. So that's us. That's enough about that. What are we
Yeah.
doing today?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's
We're coming
Day.
up to Valentine's Day. So
Happy
yeah, so
Valentine's Day.
whether you have a love of your life or a partner or you just love yourself, happy
Exactly.
Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day. So I've looked up some spreads,
Yes.
and I got this particular one from Lily Tarot, and it's just a 4 card spread, right? So
Yeah.
your 4 cards, the first card represents yourself. The second card represents your love interest,
Yes.
right? The third card is what temptations or threats are in the way of this love interest. And of course, number 4 is blessings.
Blessings. Yes.
So
Right.
we're going to have a look. We're going to do all of these
Yes.
and just see what we get. So
Oh, and
can you fucking,
now
I cannot
can
make
you
that shit
see
up.
this? Look at
Oh
this.
my
It's the
God.
damn lovers.
Oh, that's,
Now that was not done on purpose. You saw Lou shuffling that,
oh,
and that the
that's
lovers just popped
popped
out.
down. Oh my God. Seriously, I
Okay,
cannot make this shit up.
it's a great card for today, isn't it?
It is a great card for today. We'll talk about the lovers, right? So,
Yeah. Okay. No, we're using the Rider-Waite deck in this.
yes.
What I might do, because we're going to do both, but we're both going to get the Dreamy Moon. Oh, you probably can't see it, but the Dreamy Moons Tarot. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a pretty special deck, and I'll
Yeah.
yeah, just share what I
Yeah.
personally love about it as Trend's going through
And
kind and some of the
yeah.
favorite cards. What I love about it is a um a traditional tarot deck has 78 cards in it, right? And we've talked about this before.
Yes.
It's in our teachings and all that stuff. This little beauty has 80. And what I love
Yeah.
about it is they've added 2 major arcana, and the major arcana that they've added, one is a card called the Self, and it's like a mirror, right? I fucking love
There
the
it is.
concept
It's
of that.
fascinating.
And then it is fascinating. There's that word again.
Yes.
And the other one is the flower of life, right? Which is the geometric pattern of who we actually fucking are,
Yeah.
right? But here they are. Like, so this is like a more modern version of the
Of
tarot.
the
And
tarot.
I it. I'm definitely getting this deck. We got ours
Yes.
at Elemental Connection.
Yes.
And you can order online too at Elemental Connection, just saying.
Yes.
So that
yes,
might be
yeah,
something
if
you
you're
want
not
to
around Capella Bar,
Yeah.
just order online.
order online. Yeah. So
Okay.
how amazing. Like they're the two new major arcana. So we're going to be diving into those cards as well.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah, so I'm just going to say, because Lou's got the lovers in the Rider-Waite. This is the lovers in the Dreamy Moons Tarot. Now I will take a photo for this. But
Yeah.
it's quite a dark deck.
You
Dark
can
in
get-
colour. You can get it in
a
a white.
version as well.
Yes.
Just saying. So you might want to go and check it out.
Yeah, we've got the dark one.
Yeah.
But yes. But
Lots
they're
of
just-
similarities on the card. You know, you
Yes.
have two people on this card. They are quite together, whereas on the Rider-Waite they're quite separated. You have the angel above looking over. That's on both cards. You have the little mountains or the hill in the background. That's on both cards.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
You've sort of got the garden, haven't you?
You do have the
Okay.
garden there, and you have the snake, and you
Yes.
have the instead of the fire, you've actually got lightning.
Yeah.
So they're both represented,
Yeah.
right? So really
Yeah.
cool, really
It's just-
interesting. So of all the fucking cards to
I
fall out,
know.
that's
It's
the one that
fascinating,
falls
isn't
out. It is fascinating. So we're just going to leave that one out.
Yeah, we'll
And
pull
then
that
we're
one
gonna,
out.
look at this. So the first card would represent yourself in this particular little spread. And I'm not laying them out in any particular order. I'm just going to lay 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Yep.
So you can lay them however you want. You can lay them vertically, horizontally. You can put 2 at top, 2 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't give a rat's ass. Just lay the 4 down. Right.
Whatever
So
feels right for you at the
whatever
time.
feels right for you. So this would represent yourself
Yourself.
if you join the reading.
Oh.
And it's fucking death.
Death.
So it's like total transformation. So transforming the self, right?
Yeah.
Now, the love interest represents the next
The next
card.
card.
Oh, and
Oh.
it's the 2 of Swords. So there might be a little bit of a message here that we need to
Yeah.
go inside,
Side.
right? And
Really,
check out
yeah.
what's happening inside as far as love interest is concerned.
Yeah.
Do you not want to know, or are you sitting on the fence about your love interest? It's like,
Or
do I stay? Do I go?
Or you're not seeing things clearly.
Not do I want to put myself out there, or
Yeah.
do I? Right? It might be a
Yes.
bit like that on the
Yeah.
fence, right? So what are the temptations and the threats around this love interest? That's the third card.
You got
The
the moon.
moon. Right. So the temptations or threats, illusion, delusion, not seeing as it is, or maybe it's triggering.
Yeah.
So yeah, there might be a few concerns around that. Well, then again,
Mhm.
it might actually be showing you your reflection, right? Which might actually be challenging for some people. Isn't
For
that
most
interesting?
people, wouldn't it?
Well,
Most
yeah,
people.
for most people, right? But the moon is also very intuitive, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the need to trust the self
Yeah.
and understand that there's 2 sides to every story.
Yeah.
Now, how we get that is through the dog and the wolf here, because one's like the wild version of ourselves and the other's very
Very
domesticated.
tame.
So yeah, very tame, that's a better word. So what could the temptations and threats be? Maybe there's a bit of fear around
Maybe there
showing
is.
who you are, or maybe it can be a bit like a Jekyll and Hyde
Yeah,
thing,
it could be.
right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So what are the blessings for this love interest? The Hermit.
Oh, wow.
This is completely about the self.
It very much is about
Very
the
much
self,
is
isn't
about the
it?
self, yeah. So the transformation that one takes and the things that are seen and how
Yeah.
you can turn that into the blessings of understanding the
Yeah.
subconscious mind and understanding those 2 sides of self,
Yeah.
right? And integrating that. Wow,
That's really interesting.
that is very interesting. So that's very much for a single, I would say.
I would say
or
for single.
for a single,
Yeah.
or somebody who's looking at understanding themselves more and nurturing themselves more,
Yeah.
wanting to love themselves more on this Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Yeah. That very much is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether you're in a relationship or not, we all still need to look at ourselves and how
Absolutely.
we are showing up.
Absolutely. And there's 3 major cards there.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big deal. The big things are the transformation, the seeing things as they are, reflecting upon what you've learned,
Yeah.
and then taking those learnings in so you're able then to move
forward.
each forward
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, that's very much what that is. Wow. Tren's
Gonna
going
take
to
a photo.
one moment, please. be the photographer.
One moment, Paula.
So yeah, that's a 4 spread.
Yeah.
4 card spread.
Yes.
Which the first card was about yourself,
Yourself.
the second was the love interest, the third was what are the temptations? and
Temptations.
challenges,
Yeah.
and the fourth was the blessing. So little
Yes.
quick,
Yes, very quick.
very
But
quick
even
and
though it was
easy.
quick and easy and only 4 cards, it was very deep, wasn't it?
It was very, very
Yeah.
deep, and I'm almost leaving a card out on my deck.
Yeah,
So
no,
let
you've
me
got to
just
put that
pop
one
that
back.
in. So we're going to do another quick one now, which is like the self-love spread, even though I feel that was
That
pretty
was,
much
yeah.
similar, but this is only a 3 card spread, right? So this 3 card spread, the first card that we place down is what is the best action to take to nurture, support, or love self?
So,
And that is the Six
of
of
Pentacles.
Pentacles. So that's very much about finding balance
very
and
much.
giving and receiving, and being allowing yourself to give and receive, right? Both matter.
Well, you might, yeah, because a lot of times we give, and we're hesitant to receive.
Yeah,
So
right.
you have to find that balance.
Yeah.
You deserve to receive.
Absolutely, you need to be open to receive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So card number 2 is what action to release that is not serving you, right? Because remember, this is a love spread for the
Yeah.
self. So what action do you need to release? Oh,
The 2 of Cups.
2 of Cups. So what would you need to release in that? Yeah, I get the word expectation. What do you
Yeah.
get?
Again, coming back to the 6 of Pentacles, it's the giving too quickly, giving too much too quickly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, sort of hold back a little bit and just, I know it's not about intuition, but again, trust your feelings.
yeah, trust your feelings, because it's kind of like you want to give freely, but you want to do it equally
and
make sure it's reciprocated.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
and I get the word expectation around
Yeah.
that. So maybe just drop the expectation and just simply be. What is the
Enjoy
third?
the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely enjoy
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah. So what do I need to know about myself is the third card.
Ooh,
Interesting.
you have the 3 of Pentacles.
I'll tell you what I get about that. What do you get?
What do you need to know about myself? That I can create the life that I want.
Absolutely. I'm like, come on, Tren. Yeah, I can create the life, and that I'm stable. I'm safe to love.
Yeah.
I'm safe to be loved, and I'm safe to love.
Yeah.
That's what that is actually saying, I feel.
And I also think even though you may feel like you're doing this on your own, you do have a good support network around you. Not that you're going to share those deep, meaningful feelings, but you do have a good support network. That if you do happen to fall or have a heartbreak, there are people that can lift you up again. But in saying all that, you're doing the work, letting go what you know doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
And creating what you want and deserve.
Interesting, hey?
Yeah.
See how like the intention you set sets it up to be a completely different answer,
reading,
right?
Yeah.
Really, really interesting. Yeah. So
yeah,
we're going to have a look at, there's 2 bigger spreads here. And did you want to
I'm going to use these ones.
yours? Yeah. So this one I got from Astro Straddle is what it was called. And it's about checking in on the relationship, right? So and it can be any relationship, right? It could be work, it could be lovers, it could be intimate, it could be anything. So that's basically what that's about. So just checking in on that. So while Tren's given her cards a good shuffle, we're going to talk about the first 3 cards, because this is a 10 card spread.
Yes,
So
it's a big one. But because it's a 10 card spread, because we work with the Celtic cross, I would be tempted to do that. But in this case, I'm not. I'm just going to do 3, 3, 3, and 1.
Okay.
It's like the 10th card is the overview.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So the first 3 cards, excuse me, the first one is how you view yourself.
How do you view yourself?
How do you view yourself?
We've got the 7 of Cups. So I'm not gonna show you these because they are it's too dark a card in this, but I will take a photo. So the 7 of Cups, how do I view myself? It's almost like, I get the word chaotic.
Okay.
Because it's like, oh, shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing. And it's like
Distracted,
very
maybe.
distracted. It's like, and it is, it's basic in a sense, sometimes, and we do this to ourselves, sometimes we look for the shiny things so we don't have to look within,
This is true.
you know.
This
Yeah.
is true. Lots of people do that.
We look for the distraction so we don't have to either do the work or look within or take responsibility, I suppose, for our own actions or
Maybe not,
behaviors.
right? Maybe not. So card number 2 for this spread is, how do you view your partner?
So how do you view your partner? I've got the hermit. So
A loner?
maybe a loner, one that goes within.
Yeah, maybe
But
doesn't.
again, within, but then doesn't express.
Right.
You know,
Or maybe that could be wise too.
could be wise as
Could
well.
be wise as well, yeah. Or a way shower.
Oh yes, a leader, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, shows the maybe this if we're looking at a partnership, you know, checking the relationship, is the partner actually showing the light on where you are distracting yourself?
This is true, right? This is true.
With the hermit.
Yeah. Can you see how Tren put that together? Like, it's really clever, right? And then what about the third card is how you view your relationship or the relationship.
The emperor, we have the emperor. So we're viewing the relationship with the emperor. Quite literally, it's a strong relationship. It's strong, but in some sense, there may be, if we're viewing a relationship, maybe there's some sense of control. But to me, it's an equal control.
Right,
It's
okay.
equal. Because I'm looking, and I'm looking at the two ram's heads on either. So he's got his hands on the throne with the ram's head. So to me, I'm looking at the ram's head. So it's like there is a certain sense of strength and control, but it's equal. You're in balance.
Balance. Oh, let's see what the rest of these
So,
say.
yeah.
So card number 4 is how you view.
Or how they view themselves. So maybe this is the
So
partner.
how does the partner
How does
view
the partner view
themselves?
that partner? So the partner views themselves as the King of Cups. So the partner views themselves as very laid back and going with the flow and, you know, above all the drama.
Isn't that fascinating, right? Because I can see how people would go, yeah, I view myself like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. And what about how they view
How they
you?
view,
How
they
view
view
you?
the opposite.
Yeah, how do they
How
view? How do they view
their
you?
partner? Yeah. So they view their partner or me as the Page of Cups. Isn't that interesting? They're very much a quick thinker. It's like, and not impetuous, but spontaneous, I think, you know. But at the same time, it's like there's a depth to them. They can be spontaneous and this and that, but what the partner's not realizing is that I've thought about my reaction, I've thought about my behavior, and what they see as spontaneous is me being pedantic, I suppose, because I've already thought about things.
Yeah, because I'm kind of looking at it, and like what's really cool is that they're both cups,
They're
right?
both cups.
So they're kind of like the partner views them as matching.
Yeah.
However, the partner does in this case see themselves above because they're not a king and a queen, they're a king and a page. So it's almost like, no, I am.
I'm the not the dominant one, but I'm superior.
Yeah, kind of thing. Like, and that might come down to the partner feeling that that's their need to look after.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because the page is quite literally the younger version of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I get the spontaneous and the playfulness and everything. But to me, pages also have that depth of emotion and feeling.
Okay, and how do they view the relationship?
How do they view the relationship? The world.
So it is their everything.
It's everything. It's their be all and end all.
It is their everything. That's interesting.
They've got what they wanted.
They've got what they wanted, right? Remember, they're viewing this as a match because they see the cups as an
Yeah.
interesting, right?
Interesting.
So number 7 is, what's the key strength in the relationship?
Strength in the relationship is the Chariot.
So it's the
So-
equal share
Yeah,
of direction.
Yeah,
Like both have a say in where it's headed.
where it's going, and it's going. You know, with the Chariot,
It's moving.
it's moving. It's not standing still. It's not getting stagnant. It's
No.
not stale.
That's good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what is the challenge in
The
the
challenge in the
relationship?
relationship is the Magician.
Ah,
So the challenge in the relationship is making it new, refreshing things.
yeah, it can be. He's a bit of a trickster. So it can be about refreshing
Yeah.
things, absolutely. But the magician's a bit of a trickster. So he can be, given that the intention is the challenge.
The challenge, yeah.
So the magician makes illusion reality and reality illusion. So I would say the challenge is seeing it for what it is. Seeing the realness of what it actually is, and not getting caught up in all the things that are up in the air.
Yeah.
Not getting caught up in the everyday, what I call dirty socks.
Yeah.
You know,
Or the mundane.
all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And keeping the magic alive.
Keeping the magic alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
all kinds of
so it
things.
is, yeah, that magician, the challenge is, keeping the imaginary alive, because it's fine to keep, with the Chariot, it's fine to, we're moving along, we're on the same page, but are we?
Well, you just might be looking for different
Yeah.
ways to bring it in,
Yeah.
right? So what's the future? Number 9 is the future
Future.
of the relationship.
And we have Judgment.
Oh, so interesting. They're all major
They're all
cards.
major cards.
And Judgment is like about that rebirth, right?
Yeah.
So it's like redefining the relationship.
is.
So potentially, I would say there'll be new things come into this relationship that has a bit of an overhaul, and that may come from the magic.
Magician, yeah.
Isn't that interesting? So number 10 is what is needed to know.
What do we need to know?
Yeah.
And we have the Four of Cups. So in that case, it feels like with the Four of Cups, it's what we need to know is give each other space.
Oh, there you go, right?
Give each other space,
that's
allow each other to have space to process things, because there's changes happening, to process all that.
Yeah, and I think also the Four of Cups, because it speaks into like looking at what you feel you need to focus on. But there's this other thing out at the side here. So I think it's about, can be about being open to what other possibilities your partner wants to share. Because remember, they presented as cups, right?
Yes.
So they're showing us cups in here. So, and this is a cup. So I think it's kind of saying, hey, be open to what the other partner wants to share or show.
Yes.
Or may not be saying or showing. Right? It's a bit
So
like
so being so eyes open.
Eyes open.
Because sometimes people do not vocalize what their feelings.
No.
They show them. So if you've
That's
got your
true.
eyes shut, or you're a bit blind to, you're not going to see it. So
That's
open
right.
your eyes to everything. It's not just the feeling being spoken about, it's the behaviors, it's the actions.
Interesting. Okay. So that is our
Yeah.
10 card spread, right? How do you view yourself? How do you view your partner? How do you view the relationship? And then the next 3 cards are how the partner views you, views themselves, views the relationship. And then what's the strength? What's the challenge? What's the future of the relationship? And then, of course, the overall, what's needed to know. So that's our 10 card Valentine's Day spread, focusing on the relationship.
relationship.
Checking in, right?
Yeah.
So very interesting. All right. So this one is a singles spread. And just simply, I just called it a single spread. So this is the first card. There's only 5 cards in this. So where is your heart at? Right. So where is your heart at?
Now I will take a photo of, I'll put up all these questions so you can do your own spreads as well. Again, we have death.
Transforming. My heart is transforming. Very interesting. And then number 2 question, are you ready for a partner?
Are you ready? Well, that's a big thing, isn't it? We can say we are,
but
are we?
No.
Maybe not. We have the hanged
The
man.
man, which is a
So,
way, right?
yeah.
Or look at it differently.
Look at it differently, be a bit more patient.
Yeah, patience
Be
is a
patient.
too, right?
And that's not meaning to be settled. Don't settle for the first person. It's no,
No.
be patient.
Exactly.
Look at yourself, because you're transforming. So just wait.
Yeah.
You become out as a beautiful butterfly.
There you go, right? You don't want to miss that. So what am I bringing into the relationship, right? So, because remember, this is about, am I ready? And what would I, so what would I bring in?
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of defensiveness. She has a 7 of Wands.
7 of Wands. Yeah, well, it's like, and it's also like getting on top of the situation,
Yes.
right? And yeah, but it is
Yeah.
about the protecting the self. So what am I bringing in? I would say that's a lot of strength.
I'd say so.
And haven't gotten on top of a lot of things. So
Yes.
there's that experience is
Yeah.
what I'm bringing in
Yeah.
based on the intention that was set, right? And then card number 4 is what is getting in the way and what is sabotaging, right?
Can move those here. The 5 of Swords.
So what's getting in the way? That's like conflict. I feel like it's battles.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's fighting with yourself.
Yeah, fighting with self. Need to pick and choose
the
battles, right?
Yeah.
And not be so spicy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you might have your moments of being spicy.
That is fascinating. So yeah, the 5 is about, like, what was the question? Let me find that.
What's getting in the way? What's sabotaging?
Yeah, and that would be because the 5 itself is about,
it's challenges,
it is a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
So the communication piece can be a challenge in how that's actually done and the expectation around what's wanted for that. Yeah. So the 5th question for this is what is coming next in love? Oh my God.
Drum roll. Oh, yeah, the Knight of
Knight of
Pentacles. Well, she's going to get the knight in shining armor. He might be a bit slow, but he's coming.
Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, the knight is so what is coming? Yeah, it's a knight. It's like, oh my God, it's a knight. So yeah. So I've got a bit to fucking work on, clearly.
Yes.
But transforming.
Oh yeah, completely transforming, being a limitation.
Everything.
Yeah.
Which I love actually. So it's getting rid of old, bringing in new, total transformation, having a look at what that might be like for me, knowing that I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. And then the sabotage thing will be the communication.
It'll be the communication. And being sometimes you might be too sharp, too blunt. I'm not talking about Lucy, but like,
well, I tend to say shit like it is. So I'm like,
you sort of very quick.
How it is.
Very quick, so maybe it might just take a breath before you say something. Or 3.
That is so fucking funny. Yeah, and then the night.
The night. That's funny. The night is there.
When we asked what is coming next in love, and it shows us a who card.
A who card, which is interesting.
Interesting, very, very interesting.
But also looking at, and we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles, particularly in the Rider-Waite. This knight, this person has done the work.
That's right. They have done the work. Yeah.
I'm just the way I got that was I was looking at the fields or the whatever it is behind him. It's all plowed. It's all cleared. Yeah. So this person that's coming in, this person
has done the work.
Has done the work.
I love that.
And been through some shit. Looking at the horses, whatever you put on horses, saddles and things, blankets, they're a bit ragged. So it's really been through some shit, or they have been through some shit.
Yeah, and just being really honest about who they are, because they're just showing the pentacle very factually, like here it is, right? Yeah. So I think that's like take this person or leave this person. Pretty much. Yeah, which is a nice way to be, because seeing as I'm so fucking blunt. So just say it as it is.
But that's not a bad thing either. Sometimes we have to be blunt, because otherwise people don't take any notice.
Misinterpret and all that stuff. And I've for years tried to be nice and soft and fluffy, and it didn't fucking work. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to say it as it is.
Some people just need to be hit over the head with the truth sometimes.
Bit of a head wobble. Exactly. The truth is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating. There you go. So that was the singles, which is where's your heart at? Are you ready for a partner? what am I bringing to the relationship? What's getting in the way or
Yes,
sabotaging the potential relationship? And what is coming next in
I'm
love?
just going to take a photo of that so we can,
So that's
you can see where we got that from.
Yeah.
That's for the singles. We will do
a couples
one
next.
Oh,
And this is a 5-card spread as well.
yeah, so we'll do the same.
So based off the same kind of thing that we just did.
Yeah.
But I just sort of be look at
Oh, you've got the Ace of Pentacles.
I've got to say the Ace of Pentacles, baby. It's coming.
I'm just
I'm
getting
happy.
chills.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. Very good.
So we're going to
Okay.
do the 5-card spread for the couples now.
Yeah.
What am I bringing to the relationship? What am I bringing to the relationship? 3 of stars. So I think stars are something. Because I'm using the dreamy tarot. I'll tell you what the stars mean. I think they're pentacles.
3 of Pence.
3 of Pence. So I'm not. It's too dark to show you, but 3 of Pence. So I am bringing the 3 of Pentacles. So I am bringing. Well, I'm actually sort of building something out of this. You know, I'm creating.
Yeah, it's
what
creation,
I wanted.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm creating this.
Looking at this particular card, it has a harp on it. So I'm like, oh, you bring the music.
But definitely, but it's also that I always think harp's very soft.
Soft, yeah. So
I'm bringing the softness to it as well.
Nice. Okay, what are they bringing?
What are they bringing?
That's the next one.
Isn't it interesting? The Chariot again. That's the Chariot.
And
again.
you
was,
replay that.
yeah.
That's what he showed himself.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the Chariot.
So he brings direction.
He brings that in control, very much in control. You know, like you said, direction. But it's that, and when I say control, it's not a bad thing. It's just they know who they are. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, what is working?
What's working?
The lovers. The lovers. Yeah, the relationship itself. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. So that's working.
That's working. We have the lovers. So and I'm looking at it, and this particular and in the Rider-Waite with the angel above. So it seems to be this relationship is destined.
Yeah, it's I really, can see how you got that.
It's destined, you know, and the closeness because of those 2 figures on this particular deck are together. So there is a closeness, isn't there?
Fascinating. Okay, number 4. What needs to be worked on?
The Hierophant.
Now this is interesting because before you had the Magician, which was like bringing magic and all that, and this here would be breaking out
out the conformity, the tradition,
being open to all other things.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, wow.
And with that, looking at this particular card is very much being quiet and listening.
It is, and it's got all of these symbols all over it, which represent like all the different faiths.
Yeah.
Which I find fascinating.
So it is. It very much is. Very much. Don't just pull from one thing.
Yeah, it's pulled from all areas.
Open the universe up to all whatever
areas. Yeah. So that's twice that is. Now. That's interesting. And number 5, where is the relationship headed?
King of Cups.
Can't make this shit up, right? So yeah, tell me what you get for that.
Yeah, from where the relationship is headed. To me, it does. It's going with the flow. It really is. And it's got to the point where we're coming above the drama now. We're past all that shit. We've got to the point where we are so open with each other. We can talk about our feelings and respect each other with those feelings. But it just sort of feels, it's coming back to the harp, it feels soft. Even though it's a king, it feels soft. And it's going with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a softening as opposed to the fucking. Softening. So very interesting that you would be a cup again because you guys represented as cups previously.
Yeah.
So in this deck there's 80 cards, right? So 80 cards to choose from, and they're the ones.
And they're the same one. And I don't know if you can, but I was shuffling the whole time that Lou was doing the single spread. So so That's interesting.
That
So
is
I'll take a
very
photo
interesting.
sequence.
So that is our couple spread, 5-card couple spread. Card 1, what am I bringing to the relationship? Card 2, what are they bringing? Card 3, what's working? Card 4, what needs to be worked on? And card 5, where is the relationship headed? So there you have it.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
So
And
yes, get out your different decks, and see what the different decks have to tell you about you.
yes.
Yourself in your relationship with yourself, your self-love, or if you're in a relationship, what is the relationship doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is us sharing different Valentine's Day spreads. Some of them are ours and some of them are others.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh,
Let us know what yours are. And speaking of sharing the love, like, share, subscribe, all the things.
Yeah.
Share the love.
And just have a nice day on the day. Just take yourself out for lunch or dinner.
Absolutely. And happy Valentine's
Happy Valentine's Day.
And we'll catch you next time.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.